Hello there. So, against the order I had originally planned, everyone recommended for me to watch Kaithi instead of Vikram because Kaithi comes first. And I'm going to say, I am so glad you guys did. This movie was absolutely phenomenal. I loved it. The freaking call to actions were amazing. The introduction to the main hero, the main protagonist, was amazingly well done. And honestly, my favorite character was the officer, who wasn't officially an officer. I think he was the watchman, someone who just guards the gate and doesn't really do officer duties. He was the best character. There, every single scene, I would start complaining about something, and he would act upon what I would do in that situation. I related to him more than anything because here, he was a nobody who in this situation did what needed to be done. The other guy, the main protagonist, had a history. He's an experienced fighter. He's been to prison. He's got all this stuff. And like, yes, this is why you're going to rely on me. I'm going to prove my worth to this officer. But this nobody had nobody to impress. No one was there except for the people he needed to protect. And I loved that guy for it. He was the best character in the film because of it. The one thing that pissed me off was the whole thing where he's suspicious of this one guy, the rat, and still allows, because they made a scene where it seems like he was suspicious of him. He was picking up on the fact that there was a rat with them. And then he allows him to stand right behind him and stab him in the back. That was the dumbest scene in the entire film. And this movie was absolutely phenomenal. Sorry, I'm energetic about this movie. From start to finish, it was very well done because it starts off in a way where it felt like I was in the middle of the movie. The main officer, his arm was cut up. He was put in a wrap, in a sling. And I kept wondering, it's like, what the heck happened to him? What the heck happened to him? What the heck happened to him? The only reason he was there is because, oh, now that he's wounded, he has to be put on medication, which prevents him from drinking, which prevents him from collapsing like everyone else, which allows him to go to this one guy who's arrested just for having a beard, because apparently having a beard is considered a crime. Yeah, so it's just like all these little things. There's just absolutely well-paced movie. Absolutely amazing shots. It kept me like at the edge of my seat the entire time. And I was like not complaining. I was just ranting about things that were bothering me. And then of course that Danny DeVito character, like just the short in stature and a little overweight, he did exactly what I was thinking. He did exactly what I was talking about. He acted upon it. It's like he heard my cries and did it. Oh, it felt so amazing to see someone actually act upon it. Because normally you see the characters, it's like, oh, he died in front of my eyes. I give up. Do what you need to do. Just please let me go free. No. You know, we've seen enough movies, right? We know that never happens. So he acted upon those of us who are moviegoers that know that these criminals will never do what they say they're going to do. So he did what I would have definitely done. Oh, this is an amazing movie. I can't state that enough. Other than that one scene. Oh, and the fact that he's trying to get to his daughter. That gut-wrenching scene. And the fact that we didn't get a flashback. It's not no typical romance. Because I was thinking, okay, they're going to do a flashback. 30 minutes of showing the romance with his wife. They have to do it. That's in Indian cinema. They have to throw in the romance. They didn't. However, what they did, it's a long take. Between, well, not a long take. It's basically 2 takes. One between the guy he's talking to and then the main character. He is showing all this emotion on his face. The way he is talking, I honestly don't think they showed any flashback, but in my head, everything was playing. It was like reading a book. You see everything in your mind's eye. You can picture everything he's saying. You can picture the emotions of the situation because of how he's telling it. And the way the truck driver or the whatever he was that he was talking to, telling the story to, his reaction to it. I felt it. I could see it. I saw everything that was going on in his story. They didn't give us the classic cliche romance montage. They didn't give us all that. They showed us exactly what they needed to show us. They told us a 1 to 2 minute story with the main lead actor telling us his past, and we feel it. We felt it. I felt it. I could see it all happening right before my eyes without it showing me right before my eyes. I saw it in my mind, the way the person being spoken to sees it. That's why he starts tearing up, because it is impactful. I like that way of storytelling. They don't show us the images to try and force the emotion out of us. They tell it to us from the heart. And we, as well, because we were literally, so our perspective of this is basically the truck driver who's brought in, the scrawny guy, the guy who doesn't want to be there. We are that person. And then we're taken along for the ride. We're forced along because we know the directions, how to get there. And the fact that I didn't like him in the beginning either. I didn't like him, but he turns around to be one of the best characters. One of the best characters. It's these nobodies in this film that become somebody. Even the main character, he's fun. I liked him, but in the end, he wasn't the best character. It was the ones who had the real call to action, the ones who really had the narrative direction of building the character arc. Those were some of the best ones. I preferred those. I guess because it's more of a Western type of storytelling right there, using the call to action, using all that. But I loved it. I absolutely loved it. This is a phenomenal movie. Definitely worth watching, especially if you like action and you want something that literally throws you in the start of it all. You're literally thrown in the middle, and for the first 30 minutes, I was like, what the heck? What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? What the heck is going on? And I liked it. I absolutely liked it. It's great. It's absolutely great. Because normally you get a start to finish. This one, start in the middle. It's literally the whole movie is the crap. What is it called? I forgot the sequences of the arcs. What they're called. It's the conclusion. Not the conclusion, the mid-act. It starts in the mid-act when everything's starting to really blow up. And then the conclusion is like the short little part at the very end. The short little part at the very end. But definitely recommend this movie. Absolutely amazing. Kaithi is wonderful. And I'm going to watch Vikram next for a watch-along. So stay tuned for that one, because the watch-along for Kaithi is coming out, and then Vikram next. And everyone's saying that is far better. Thank you all for watching. Talk to you next time. Toodles.